Amazing. All right. Next one is Helen of Tyre. This was a fascinating read, actually.
Yes, I'm quite disappointed, actually.
No. But please introduce her and then we'll reveal her.
Okay. Actually, Helen of Tyre is really a human being. So would you like to proceed in this show with her? But she's also associated with Sophia, you know, so that's why I put her there. But Helen of Tyre was supposed to be an essential partner of Simon the Magician, who was a contemporary of Yeshua or Jesus. So except that he was a much more radical one. So he was like, if Yeshua was very modest, he was like very a showman. So he definitely had the insight, he had the skills, but that's why he was called the magician. And some people thought that he was also a divine being. That's why I put her there, and that she was a divine being. But my friend Miguel Conner, who is he knows everything about Gnosticism, he said he said that if Mary Magdalene and Jesus were like the Beatles, you know, meaning like they're really all about good stuff. Helen of Tyre and Simon the Magicians were like the Rolling Stones. So they were not going away from the darker, you know, more radical side of things.
So we read The Magician, but we read
the Magician, and he loved doing the tricks when Jesus was very reluctant, right? Like he said, this is not what my ministry is about, right? I'm not here to
be a show or a showman.
I want you to grow. My peace I give you. When Simon said, sure, I will show you a trick. Because I have the power, you know, I have the power.
He was more playful. Perhaps he was more playful, you know, and sometimes we expect the person to behave a certain way, you know. We see a priest. I would have seen a priest growing up in Catholic school, you know, happy and jumping, or say, oh, it's something wrong with the priest, you know. Maybe he was a priest that was vibrating very high. He was just fooling his joy, you know.
That's right. So he went for it.
That's right.
He had fun. So yeah, that would be an interesting person to read.
To measure Simon, yes. But as you were sharing the story that it mentioned Yeshua, right? Mm-hmm. You're going to love what is about to unfold.
Okay.
Helen of Tyre, right? Yes. Incarnated at the frequency of 1000. Wow. Was born at the frequency of 1000 and vibrated at the frequency of 1000.
So you can call her an avatar.
So this is what we just categorized or classified as an avatar, right? A fully integrated being. Yes. So where they're experiencing pretty much no resistance, everything just flows. Click and information is transferred faster than the speed of light, yes. You know? Viewed the aspect of health through the lens of 1000. So fully illuminated, we can say. Finances, 400. Which is the same number. Should I say?
You can say
at the end.
Wait till the end. We're going to reveal whose numbers she has.
So finances 400. That is the analytical way of viewing the aspect of finances. Mm-hmm. Relationships 1000. Mm-hmm. Personal growth 0. Yes, the 0 point field. Mm-hmm. Right, a fully integrated being that is capable of just create with think it and gets created, right? We're all creators, and the only thing that sets us apart from doing that is the resistance, right? Tied to emotions. But she didn't have any of that. Philanthropy, 1000. Intuition, 1000. And within intuition, we have clairaudience, clairsentience, clairvoyance, and claircognizance at 1000 as well. Wow. Mm-hmm. So it's a clear channel, you know, of the divine, of divine information. Under the intelligence aspect, we have IQ at 1000, EQ 1000, SQ 700.
It's very magnetic too.
Yes, and AQ 500. So in moments of adversity or challenge, it was in the flow, right? In the joy, 100%. In the ego, 17%. And it was well balanced because it was 50% in the inferior and 50% in the superior, right? So balance each other out, pretty much cancel each other out in a way. In the now, 100%, so fully present. Integrity, 100%. Integrity to self, 100%. And integrity to others, 100%.
Fantastic.
Yes. Self-awareness, 100%. Clarity, 100%. Alignment with divine purpose and personal purpose at 100%. Compassion, 100%. Empathy, 100%. Energy purity, 100%. And in her case, she was experiencing the 13th dimension, 100% of the time.
This is the avatar
that
level.
is, you can say, experiencing Christ consciousness to the fullest.
My goodness. So this is actually very surprising. Thank you. Because we don't know that much about her, just because in times she lived, it was all about to whom you were married, right? So she was the partner of Simon the magician. This is what we know about her. But Simon the magician thought that she was what he called her, she was my Sophia. That's why I put them together, right? So she was this goddess that was actually inspiring him, and they were going around, together. But the spotlight was on him, so to speak, because this is how the news were written in those days. Right?
Exactly.
The woman was just the one behind the man, right? So, but he said, she's my Sophia, basically. So for him, these two were one.
His humanness thought that she was.
Well, we'd have to check him.
Well, in order to say she's my Sophia, but what I was saying is that his perception was that so he knew that Sophia was a goddess, right? Was known as a goddess, and therefore felt that she was also a goddess, right? But didn't know that she was actually an avatar, right?
Yes, no, but all he knew is that she's this embodiment of wisdom, in his life, and that he can actually operate, right? So and this is what Sophia meant for him, but perhaps he didn't mean it literally, like Sophia, the goddess Sophia, but like she's my Sophia, like she's my goddess, right? She's
right, yeah.
And so just for people who want to know, her numbers are identical to
Mary Magdalene's
numbers.
That's really interesting. Now I love it because, as I said, sometimes history works in funny ways, especially mythology. So Yeshua and Mary Magdalene are portrayed in one way, and Helen of Tyre and Simon the magician the other way. And I sometimes wonder, what's the difference? Except that one is almost like written by a radical news reporter, and the other one, it's like a family edition. You know what I mean? So really, like Mary Magdalene, in Gnostics very often said that Mary Magdalene from Yeshua is what Helen of Tyre was for Simon. But whether they are the same or or different.
They could be the same. I have a feeling they're the same.
I have a feeling also they could be the same. He was just portrayed as not to be the same because he was probably more joyful and
or maybe that's how they wrote it.
Just a different expression of her, and maybe a different edition,
right, exactly.
But now I'm so curious to read him. Like when we read her, I thought,
I can't wait to do that.
Yeah.